Lee, we're good? 6 o'clock? I think we're all here.
Yes, we can get started.
Okay, great. So welcome, everyone. Let's call the meeting to order. Welcome to City Council Business Meeting for Wednesday, May 19th, 2021. Please stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Yes, Councilman Scaringi,
Present.
Councilwoman Riley,
Present.
Councilwoman Friedman,
Present.
Councilman Burns,
No.
Present.
Councilman Scanlon,
Present.
and President Resnetti.
Present.
That's all 7 here.
Great. Next, we have approval of the minutes. Councilman Scaringi.
Thank you, Madam President. I stand and ask for unanimous approval of the minutes from the May 5th, 2021 business meeting and the May 10th, 2021 special business meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So now let's move on to a public hearing for tonight's bond ordinance. City residents are welcome to speak. You'll have 5 minutes to discuss the bond ordinance. I ask you to please be respectful. Mr. Clerk, could you please read the instructions for the public hearing?
Yes, so this is for the public hearing regarding introductory ordinance 21-48, and it's amending the bond ordinance adopted February 6, 2019, on account of an increase in the cost of the improvements to traffic signals. Those wishing to participate can raise their hand in the Zoom chat, and we will let them speak one by one. And this portion is only for the public hearing.
Thank you.
Right now, no one has their hand raised for the public hearing on the bond, but we'll wait a minute and see if anyone raises their hands.
Thank you. Okay, I'm not seeing any hands. Am I all right, Lee?
Yes, we can take a motion to close the public hearing if you'd like.
Yes, I'll take a motion for that, please.
Motion
So
to
moved,
close the
Madam
public
President.
hearing.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, the public hearing is closed. Excuse me. Let's move on to public comment at this time. City residents are welcome to speak. You will have 5 minutes to discuss city issues. Ask you to please be respectful. Lee, could you please let everyone know how they can participate?
Yes, so once again, to participate in public comment, all you need to do is raise your hand in the chat and we will put you in the queue and allow you to speak.
Thank you. We'll wait
Right
another
now,
minute.
there's no hands raised for tonight's public comment.
Let's
We
wait.
can,
Let's just wait just a couple more seconds.
okay. We do have one. I'll allow Tina Chronopoulos to speak.
Great, thank you.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, you have 5 minutes.
Awesome. Hang on. I'm actually going to start my timer as well so that we're both on the same clock. Yes. Hi, good evening. My name is Tina Chronopoulos. I live on Laurel Avenue and my representative on council is Sophia Resniti. I'm sure you're stoked to hear from me again tonight. So for those of you who are big fans of the Binghamton Police Department, in case you missed it in the newspaper, a lawsuit against the chief of police as well as Assistant Police Chief John Ryan has been sort of reinstated. Here's your cue to tell us that the police is awesome. This is about an officer who claims that he has been made fun of because he's of Hispanic origin. And so folks have talked sort of in a joking manner, imitating a Spanish accent. I'm not going to repeat some of the other things because that is further demeaning this person. So just to say that the Binghamton Police Department isn't as fantastic as some of you claim it is. I also want to note that those of you who are big supporters of the workers at the sewage wastewater treatment plan didn't live up to your big promise, because I didn't see any of the Republicans at last week's sewage board meeting. In fact, I haven't seen any of you at any of those meetings. So unless there are folks hiding and I can't see who's attending, it seems that I'm probably the most knowledgeable person at this stage in this meeting who knows what's going on at the sewage treatment plant. And guess what? The equipment installed by Veolia is still malfunctioning. The biostir isn't working correctly. And the active flow is losing sand at this stage. This was last Tuesday. It's losing about 3 bags per day, and it's designed to use about 11 bags per week. So 3 times 7 is 21. So it's basically 10 bags more sand than it should be using. This problem, according to George Kolba, who is the chair of the sewage board, this problem has existed since the September 2019. So I just want you to be aware that this is happening. And so the city's continued insistence to do an audit with Veolia raises serious flags. And I want to note also that Jared Graham, who of course is the mayor's executive assistant, has insisted that this is going to happen despite the fact that the sewage board voted not to transfer the money for this audit. So, you know, something kind of is fishy here. The last thing that I want to talk about is the way that both the city and city council members do community engagement. And I have to say that what you do there is severely lacking. So for example, yesterday there was a kind of a hearing, an open forum for community to talk about what they want to happen with the Youth and Community Center. That was advertised on the mayor's Facebook one day before, okay? That is not enough notice, folks. That is really not enough notice. 24 hours, that is just not enough for people who have children, for people who work, for people who take care of their family members or their disabled family members. I don't know, I'm just sort of riffing here. 24-hour notice for an open forum is a complete joke. Okay. I also want to say that the community engagement that you may then perhaps engage in really needs to be from the grounds up. So I have little hope for folks who think that 24 hours is enough time.
You have 1 minute.
Thank you. As regards to the recovery funds that are coming down the pike, the mayor made an announcement on his Facebook on the 10th of May and asked for folks to make suggestions via email. LOL. Emailing the mayor is the biggest joke on the planet because I have yet to receive a response. I note that Councilwoman Resniti also made an announcement on her Facebook on the 12th of May. Again, we're welcome to send an email. And again, biggest LOL of all time, because, you know, not really sure that anyone receives responses. I mean, I don't receive responses. So if you want to engage the community, I hope that you will, you know, give folks more notice, host open forums where the community can actually address you rather than hiding behind your email addresses. Thanks for your time. Take good care.
Lee, do we have anyone else?
Right now, there are no other hands up,
Okay, we'll wait a couple seconds.
but if anyone would like to participate, just raise your hand in the chat and we'll let you speak.
Okay, seeing that there are no hands raised, we will go ahead and end this portion of our meeting. Thank you. So now moving on to our second reading legislation. We have one item tonight under second read, legislation. As Corporation Council has mentioned, we need to reconsider some legislation to correct the budget line. So that being said, we'll move into our reconsideration of permanent ordinance 21-41, considered in finance with Councilman Strawn.
Thank you, Madam President. I make a motion to reconsider permanent ordinance 21-41 adopted on May 5th, 2021.
Can we have a second?
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 One opposed? Okay, please continue, Mr. Strawn. That passes.
Thank you, Madam President. I also make a motion to amend permanent ordinance 21-41 to correct section 1 to I provide an annual salary in the amount of $54,543 and to amend the transfers to fund the amended annual salary from May 10th to December 31st, 2021.
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion? Okay, seeing none, I will have the clerk take full roll call vote for this amendment.
Hey, Councilman Scaringi,
Aye.
Councilwoman Riley,
Aye.
Councilwoman Friedman,
Aye.
Councilman Burns,
Aye.
Councilman Strawn,
Aye.
Councilman Scanlon. Sorry, Councilman Scanlon, I think you're muted. Did you say aye?
Aye. Sorry about that, Lee.
That's all right. And President Resnetti,
Aye.
that's 7 ayes, 0 nays for the amendment.
Okay, that passes. Please continue, Councilman Strawn.
Do we vote on that again?
A motion needs to be made now.
I make a motion to, I'm sorry, I make a motion to approve permanent ordinance 21-41 as amended.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? Seeing none, I'll have the clerk take full roll call vote on this.
Okay, Councilman Scaringi,
Aye.
Councilwoman Riley,
Aye.
Councilwoman Friedman,
Aye.
Councilman Burns,
Aye.
Councilman Strawn,
Aye.
Councilman Scanlon,
Aye.
President Resnetti,
Aye.
that's 7 ayes, 0 nays.
Okay, that passes. Thank you, Councilman Strawn and Lee. So now we're moving on to the preferred agenda. Would anyone like to pull anything from the preferred agenda before we proceed? Okay, thank you. Mr. Clerk, can you introduce the preferred agenda items, please?
Yes. Okay, so the first item we have tonight on the preferred agenda is introductory ordinance 21-47, considered in finance. And this is an ordinance to amend the 2021 sanitary sewer budget to add and fund a second water sewer wastewater pump maintainer position and defund a laborer.
Any discussion? Okay, next.
Next, we have introductory ordinance 21-48, considered in finance. And this is amending bond ordinance of the city of Binghamton, New York, adopted May 19th, 2021, amending the bond ordinance adopted February 6th, 2019 on account of an increase in the cost of the improvements to traffic signals.
Any discussion?
Madam President,
Yes.
Corporation Counsel has asked that I comment on the seeker for this legislation. We should note that the Planning Commission issued a negative declaration when it reviewed the new parking garage, including the new traffic signal. It's also important to note that City Council considered seeker when it approved the initial bond. So no new action is required for this amendment, which is for additional funds only. Thank you.
Thank you. Any discussion on this? Okay, next.
Yes, sorry about that. Next, we have introductory ordinance 21-49 considered in finance. And this is an ordinance to amend the 2021 budget to add and fund a temporary part-time clerk in the city clerk's office.
Any discussion? Next.
Next, we have introductory resolution 21-36 considered in planning and community development. And this is a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into agreements with various agencies for the use of FY46, CDBG, and ESG funds for certain services.
Any discussion? Okay, next.
And the last item on the preferred agenda is introductory resolution 21-37 considered in finance. This is a resolution authorizing the mayor to enter into an agreement with Streeter Associates for change number 16 regarding the Binghamton Gem City Treatment Facilities.
Any discussion on this item? Okay, so now we'll take a motion to approve the preferred agenda.
So moved, Madam President.
Second.
Full roll call, please.
Councilman Scaringi,
Aye.
Councilwoman Riley,
Aye.
Councilwoman Friedman,
Aye.
Councilman Burns,
Aye.
Councilman Strong,
Aye.
Councilman Scanlon,
Aye.
and President Restinetti.
Aye.
That's 7 ayes, 0 nays.
Yes, thank you. Next, we have one item on the non-preferred agenda. We also have some secret motions for the sale of the property. So let's have Councilman Strawn introduce the 3 secret motions for introductory ordinance 21-50.
Read the legislation first. This is an ordinance authorizing the sale of 27 Edward Street to Vision Build Holdings, Bing LLC for $500. First seeker motion, I make a motion to declare City Council as lead agency under seeker.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Aye.
Okay, so the secret motion passes. Councilman Strong, please continue.
Thank you, Madam President. I also make a motion to identify the proposed action as unlisted under seeker.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, secret motion passes. Councilman Strong, please continue.
Thank you, Madam President. Final seeker motion, I make a motion to issue a negative declaration under seeker for the following reasons. This is a vacant lot in a residential area. The purchaser owns the adjoining property, 25 Edward Street. The proposed use is green space. The transfer will preserve green space and provide for future maintenance.
Second.
Second. Okay. Any discussion? Okay, so we'll take full roll call vote. Mr. Clerk?
Okay, Councilman Scaringi,
Aye.
Councilwoman Riley,
Aye.
Councilwoman Friedman,
Aye.
Councilman Burns,
Aye.
Councilman Strong,
Aye.
Councilman Scanlon,
Aye.
and President Restinetti.
Aye.
That's 7 ayes, 0 nays.
Okay, the secret motion passes. Councilman Strong, please continue with the legislation.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam President. Now ask for unanimous consideration of introductory ordinance 21-50. An ordinance
Second.
authorizing the sale of 27 Edward Street to Vision Build Holdings, Bing LLC for $500.
Second.
So Councilman Strong, do you need to reintroduce this? No.
Just
Okay, yeah. So do we have any discussion on this legislation? Sorry, before we vote. Someone
Call the
question?
question, Madam. Call the
Thank
question,
you.
Madam President.
Question be called. Roll call, please.
Councilman Scaringi,
Aye.
Councilwoman Riley,
Aye.
Councilwoman Friedman,
Aye.
Councilman Burns. Sorry, Councilman Burns, I think you're muted. Did you say aye?
Aye.
Thank you. Councilman Strawn, Councilman Scanlon,
Aye.
and President Rosnetti.
Aye.
That's 7 ayes, 0 nays.
Okay, that passes. Thank you. So thank you, everyone. We can move on to council member comments at this point. And tonight we are starting with Councilman Burns.
Thank you, Madam President. Well, this week we had our town hall for the 40 some million the city's going to get from the federal government for the COVID response. That went very, very well. We had some great ideas given to us, and it was great listening to everybody. And then last night there was one on the youth center, and again that was the first town hall that we had. We hope to have more on the $48 million or 46.2 million, and hope to have more on the youth center. So everybody keep your ideas coming in, and thanks. That's all I have. Thanks.
On to Councilman Strawn.
Thank you, Madam President. Two quick things tonight. One is this, been up to Ely Park 3 times, playing a league up there. And after only 3 weeks, it's looking a lot better. So part of it is the weather cooperating and drying up a little bit. And part of it is you can clearly see that got a lot of work to do, but they're doing a good job up there. So the early signs are that Ely Park is on a good path. So I just wanted to mention that and appreciate the work of the new firm as well as our Parks Department for giving them some historical context and helping them with some things on the front end of this. And as a piggyback on that, the Parks Department has really helped me over here on New Street and Mary Street clean up a little bit. So I just really want to thank the Parks Department for helping me get some old fencing and some stuff down on the lot that's going to become Vines Gardens this fall. So we're starting the process of making that look better, and hopefully, and also Vines, I believe Vines had a very good meeting on Saturday with some local people to get the ball rolling on those gardens that are going to be right across from Metro Interfaith. So I appreciate the Parks Department and Vines for working on that, and looking forward to this area looking really, really nice. So thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Scanlon.
Thank you, Madam President. First of all, I'd like to congratulate the school board winners last night, the 3 people who won seats on the school board. Having said there before, it's a thankless job, but it's an important job. So I'm confident they'll do good things moving forward. I'd like to also thank for the caller we had tonight who mentioned the Binghamton Police, because I was going to talk about them anyways. There's always issues in all our districts, and I happen to have one in mind, and I was very appreciative the Binghamton Police were there and took care of it very quickly, which things could have turned out worse, but thanks to the Binghamton Police, it turned out good. I mentioned before publicly, I'll say it again. If I had my way, we have more police on the force, and I'd like to pay them more money too. I know that's not possible with the budget, but I certainly support the Binghamton Police and everything they do. And Madam President, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Scaringi.
Thank you, Madam President. Just want to echo the sentiment of Councilman Strawn. I heard a lot of positive things up over at the golf course in Ely Park. Definitely, obviously, some major things to move forward, but hearing a lot of positives as the warmer weather is coming in. I also want to thank the Code Enforcement Department. They really helped out with some issues over in the ward in getting some properties in line with some garbage issues. And I actually want to thank all of the, talk about a thankless job while there are many. I want to thank all of the volunteers who actually worked in the city of Binghamton and the school district yesterday for the school board election. Obviously, it's not something that happens on the first Tuesday of November, but it's equally important. So I want to thank all of them, and for all the candidates who ran. Want to congratulate everybody who graduated from SUNY Binghamton, as well as SUNY Broome that's going to be coming up. So, and lastly, just want to thank all of my some of our colleagues on the council, as well as the mayor and city hall for holding the respective town halls about the funds, the federal funds that we'll be receiving, as well as the children's center. And I really want to thank all of those who called in and gave some of their ideas and their input. I know that took a lot of time. So to all the organizers and everyone who called in, I really appreciate the opportunity to listen.
Thank you. Councilwoman Riley.
Thank you, Council President. Good evening, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I do have my fan on because it is hot. I want to echo my colleague, Mr. Scaringi, in thanking the people that volunteered for the school board elections yesterday, because they still count those ballots by hand. I did not realize that. And it was a great turnout yesterday. I also want to recognize those candidates that won and those candidates that were elected. So kudos to you and welcome to the commitment to the city. I'd also like to, again, congratulate all of the graduates. We celebrate with you. We have enjoyed your time here in Binghamton. And if you choose to stay, continue to look forward to your commitment to the community, particularly in the 3rd District. I'd also like to highlight, again, our council colleagues that participated in the ARP town hall with us. We appreciate that. We did get a lot of good feedback. We wanted more, but there will be further conversations. In fact, based upon some emails lately surrounding Rec Park and the lighting, which some of I forwarded over to Council President, we may need to have another discussion about where Rec Park is going as well. So look for more emails and more information about those things. Shout out to Parks and Rec, because they're always available to answer questions. They've been amenable to some suggestions. So if you do have questions about the lights, things that you're seeing, please reach out to them as well. Rec Park is officially in District 2, just FYI. Again, we will start working on some things to celebrate our high school graduates, because that is around the corner. And so we celebrate those graduates as well, particularly as they've had to navigate through the pandemic through 2 academic years. So hats off to them. And you will be seeing, I'll be talking to all of my colleagues here about resolutions to celebrate at their various graduations. Again, I thank you guys and look forward to talking to you. Enjoy this break we kind of have for the next couple of weeks, and we will see you when we return. Have a good one.
Thank you. And now moving on to Councilwoman Friedman.
Thank you, President Resinetti. So the problem with going last in council comments is most of what I was going to say was said already, which is okay, but I would like to echo the sentiments of my fellow colleagues who congratulated the school board winners, and also thanking the people who volunteered to run the election and count the ballots. Yeah, talk about a thankless job. The town hall last week, I thought was a success for a first town hall. Thank you to everyone who came and gave their feedback. We have the reports of, we had various polls of like where would you want to prioritize this money. So we have the reports of all of that. So we'll make that publicly available. And the other thing that I wanted to mention was last week on the same night as the town hall, there was actually a community cleanup in my district hosted by Truth Farm. I didn't plan for it to be on my block, but it happened to be on my block. So thank you for cleaning up my block. So it was great. There was a big show. You know, a lot of people came out, and the street looked amazing afterwards. And so I feel really fortunate to have such engaged community members who are willing to come out and beautify the neighborhood. So thank you so much. I think that was everything I wanted to say. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. Well, everyone did say pretty much what I wanted to comment on, so I'm not going to repeat all that. Just briefly, congratulations again to the candidates and to those who won and are in the school board, and to the volunteers. So I guess I'm repeating. I wanted to say congrats again to BU graduates. The semester is over. Grading on this end is not yet, but congratulations to all. And I have my own graduate here in this household, so congratulations to my daughter. I wanted to say a big thank you to Parks for everything that they do, especially now with the weather the way that it is, and Code I know is getting a lot of calls. So thank you to everything that everybody is doing. And with that, I will take a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Have a second?
Second.
Thank you. We are adjourned.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Good night. Enjoy the weather.